We're recording. Alright guys, this is Prob 2, Chapter 2. Surprised no one's asked me about this yet. So it's Problem 2, Chapter 2. Alright, so bullet comes in, goes through one disc, then the next disc. And remember, these things are spinning. They're spinning at the same amount, they're spinning together. So as you can imagine, when it hits this disc, then it travels. By the time it makes it to this disc, so if I was shining like a laser beam, if I was shining a laser with like a laser pointer right straight through here, I would see right here the first hole, right? So it went through the first disc and they're still spinning, right? And then it goes through the second disc. So that's the key here, to relate the spinning and the amount of, and the angle theta. The angle theta represents the time, because we know that it's spinning around and we need to know the time between the two discs, because the speed of the bullet is going to equal d over that t. So we need to know is how long to spin an angle of theta. That's the goal here. So there is, we will get to rotational motion, but remember, for a circle, of course, the total number of radians or degrees, remember this has to be in radians. The total number of radians in a circle is 2 pi. And so this word period might be an issue, and the period is the number of seconds for one revolution. Or 2 pi radians. So that means that, let's see, how much seconds per 2 pi. That means we need radians per second. So we want time on the bottom. And because we know the two of these are related to each other, that's another thing. We needed to know one more piece of information. And now we can now I'll leave it to you. You can make a proportion, excuse me, you can make a proportion from there. 2 pi over t seconds equals, let's see, theta, no, let's see, it's 2 pi, so you know radians per second, and you need to know number of radians, theta. And you know number of radians. You know theta, number of radians, and you need time. So so we know a definite number here, which when you do the division, which you can't because you don't have numbers, but this is in radians per second. You have radians, and you need time. There you go. So I think I gave away the farm there, but anyways, there's some help for that problem.